What's going on, guys? We are back with another talking and testing. This time we have the two newest box heroes, Daredevil and Echo, ready to take on my classic testing scenario, Expert Klaw on solo standard. Now, this is just like a classic scenario that I always end up playing. Is it the most balanced testing scenario? No, and I'm not going to claim that it is, but it is one that I have played many, many times, and it's just kind of comfortable. I know the rulings, which means I can really focus on trying out these precons and really seeing how these heroes feel in the developer intended way. Doing it the same way I did in my unboxing video. If you haven't checked that out, feel free to do that. We had good discussion on the cards there. So either we're going to start with Echo or we're going to start with Daredevil. Echo will be 1, 2, 3. Daredevil will be 4, 5, 6. We'll roll it. That kind of fell out of my hand. That wasn't a roll. Either way, Daredevil was calling out to us. So we are going to go ahead and start with Daredevil here. So we'll go ahead and set Echo to the side. So I do have to do a little bit of reading, and we will actually do this kind of live on camera just to figure out how this sense deck actually works. But before we do that, we have to do the villain setup. So we know we're doing Klaw 2 and 3 because it is expert mode. We have the standard encounter set and the recommended modular set of the Masters of Evil here. So we're going to create these. We have standard and expert, standard 1, expert 1 right here, and we have Klaw's set. We also are instructed to search the encounter deck for the defense network side scheme and put it into play, and then also his when revealed to find the immortal Klaw and reveal it. We just went ahead and took those out beforehand. Then we end up flipping this over, and then we go, we discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded, and that gets put into play engaged against us as the first player here. Now, I'm trying to look for a player help dial. I think I have located one. So let me go ahead and get that. So that is a player health dial for me to utilize in this scenario. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to give these guys a try. Again, I've read these, I've done reaction videos, but actually sitting them down to the table and seeing how they work is a completely different feeling. So these are all my sense upgrades. There's 5 cards, so I'm actually going to go locate the rulebook. We'll flip to the Daredevil page, and we'll actually look at how do we utilize the sense deck. I'm pretty sure this starts the game face up, if I'm not mistaken, and we know the order. Begin the game with the sense deck in play, and if you go, you have to go to page 26 here. I'm glad that they gave us the page number. Daredevil's sense deck. Daredevil's superhuman senses are represented by his sense deck. To create the sense deck, shuffle all 5 of the sense cards together, place it face up next to your identity, and you can look through it at any time. But you cannot change the order. That's important. The ability on Daredevil's hero card allows you to play the top card of the sense deck as if it were in your hand by paying its cost. When a sense upgrade leaves play, force interrupt on both sides of Daredevil's identity puts it at the bottom of the sense deck. That's pretty clear. I'm glad it was such a small blurb. So pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and shuffle this up. We'll go just like 5 cards here, and then we'll set it face up. So we know the top one is Acute Tactility, which is a sense superpower. When you defeat the attached enemy or remove the last threat from attached scheme, you can ready your identity. We'll just set it right above my discard pile. That won't be confusing at all, I'm sure. So we'll go ahead and shuffle up the deck here. So this is his pre-constructed deck, Injustice, and we have our kind of Nemesis minion and stuff over here. So we'll just set these off to the side. Super excited to give Daredevil a try here. I think he's going to be pretty consistent and very fun, and so I'm just looking forward to messing around and see how he feels here. Let's go ahead and set the scheme to like the threat up. So this comes in, Immortal Klaw has 3 per player on it, and Defense Network has 2 threat with a hinder 1 per player, meaning it also starts at 3. Klaw has 18 hit points in solo, and then he gets 10 more from the Immortal Klaw, bringing him up to a big 28 here, which is quite a lot of HP. Before we drop, we do have to resolve the when revealed effect, or the when revealed on the main scheme, and we start the game with a weapons runner, nice and easy. So not too bad in terms of a start, so we'll just shuffle up and draw up our hand size. I kind of forget, even though I did just do the unboxing a couple hours ago, I kind of forget what the 3 ofs in the deck are. I'm sure I will know them when I draw into them, just so we can kind of aggressively mulligan and find cards that we really do want to play. That's the shuffle. Let's draw up here. We have Living Lie Detector, Dance with the Devil, Karen Page. Ooh, that's a very strong one. We've got Cloak, Raising Hell, and Cross Examination. Okay, these are very good cards. So if I have a way to actually get Cloak down, I could find Dagger and put her into play, and that'll be really strong, especially in solo because he doesn't have any consequential. I might actually try and find a way to do that. Is there a way to do it? with just this hand. So if I spend this, get Karen Page down, it's going to draw me a card. It's enough to play Cloak, but it's not exactly enough to find Dagger. I think that might be okay. Two cost at 3 cost ally. It's going to go up 1 per turn, but it's going to be a really consistent thwart output. And we might actually just hold this hand here. Just develop an ally, develop Karen Page, and just go from there. Yeah, that seems solid to me. All right, let's just go ahead and start with that then. So we're going to do, what's it called? We're going to go ahead and spend 1 resource here. Let's do a Raising Hell. We'll go ahead and play down Karen Page. So what we can do is we can exhaust Karen Page to shuffle 1 Daredevil card from our discard pile into our deck and draw a card. I do like using these ready and exhaust tokens, so we're going to go ahead and do that. If we're in alter ego form, we may draw a card. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Maybe it changes our play. We won't actually end up playing Dagger, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to draw 1. Into Electra. Oh, that might completely change my turn. Okay, if we have Electra on the board instead, we can play Dance with the Devil. We can discard this card, deal 3 to an enemy, so we can just knock out the weapons runner for free. That seems even better. So we're going to go back on the play we initially did. We're going to go ahead and play Electra here as a forced interrupt. When she would take consequential damage, Daredevil takes that damage instead. We actually do want to get around that consequential or that damage in our identity here. So let's go ahead and thwart for... let's just get the Immortal Claw out of here. Let's thwart this for 2. Electra's going to go ahead and take a consequential damage here. And then, because we're not in hero form, we don't actually trigger the forced interrupt. We're going to go ahead and flip up into Daredevil. So we know acute tactility is right there. We could have got it ready if we wanted to spend. But we're going to go ahead and use Dance with the Devil. And then we're going to immediately use the hero action to discard this card and deal 3 to the attached enemy, knocking out the weapons runner. Then we're going to have Daredevil get in there. He's going to thwart for 2 to clear the Immortal Claw, bring Claw down to 18, and then that's going to be it for us. I think a pretty solid turn there. Going to ready up and draw here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, I think Chance Encounter could definitely be pretty fun here. We also have a Deposition, which could get us a Sense upgrade into play for free, so we'll just have to see how that goes. So we're going to go start step 1 in the villain phase. It's going to put a threat on the main. Then Claw is going to activate against us. I think Daredevil is pretty healthy, so I will actually just take this. He gets 2 boost cards. That is 3 damage total to Daredevil. There's a 2 boost and a 0 boost. So we'll go down to 7 HP. Then we have an encounter card to deal with. Tiger Shark. So after Tiger Shark attacks, give him a tough. So it comes in with 6 HP. So I only got a big minion to deal with. Okay, not bad. All right. So maybe we're playing Chance Encounter here, or maybe we're doing move. Let me see. We need an answer for... we do need an answer for this, what's it called? Tiger Shark here. So I think what we might end up doing is we're going to attach this acute tactility here, I think. So we'll go ahead and start with that. So then we have Superior Taste, which says remove 2 threat from that scheme. Okay. So we have something else coming up here. I think what we'll do is, this is free just to remove a threat and a threat. I think I do want that. So what I think we will do, we might end up just, let's do a cross-examination. So we're going to deal 3 damage to an enemy. For each upgrade attached to that enemy, deal 1 additional damage. So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and deal 4 damage to Tiger Shark here, because it deals 3 plus 1 for the upgrade. Then we're going to have Daredevil swing and knock it out. Then we have the acute tactility will go off. Interrupt. When you defeat attached enemy, we can ready our identity. So when we discard it, it goes at the bottom of the sense deck. We're going to ready up here, and Tiger Shark will be knocked out. Now we have some more things to deal with on the board. We do want to get rid of this defense network. So I think what we want to do is, since we are martial artists, this has a discount. We'll just do 1 threat and 1 threat. Oh, no, we want to do this at the end. So what we want to do is, do we want to find the Chance Encounter? Maybe just to get something out of our deck, or maybe we just get down some of our upgrades. I'm not actually sure here. Let's actually not do. Let's do it to play some upgrades. I don't actually know what's in the deck. I didn't look at the order, even though the order is known at all times. So we'll go ahead and thwart for 2 off the defense network. Then we'll go ahead and play Know Your Enemy. Man, do we do this? I'm trying to think. No, we'll play the Chance Encounter, actually. I think this is going to be better. So then we will go ahead and have Electra clear it. So she'll clear it. She doesn't take a consequential. I end up taking it because we're in hero form. That's going to go ahead and proc the defense network is cleared. Let's going to go ahead and proc the chance encounter. When attached side scheme is defeated, we can search our deck and discard file for an ally and add it to our hand. Trying to see what ally would be strong here. We have Dagger, which could be okay. Maybe we find Cloak again and go down. Ooh, Blind Spot could be really good, but I don't think we can actually play Blind Spot right now. We might just grab Dagger and go down and then play him. That might be good. He would be kind of scared of a scheme, but it'd really open us up for some options. Let's go ahead and add Cloak, I mean. Yeah, let's add Cloak to our hand. That sounds decent to me. So go ahead and add Cloak to our hand. We're going to go ahead and flip down here. We're going to use Karen Page here to go ahead and... She doesn't actually heal, but she does shuffle a card into the deck. Actually, so anything I could have spent instead to get rid of this deposition? Let's say instead of cross exam, that's fine. We'll just play it as we did it. Yeah, I would have wanted the deposition back in my deck, but I'll just do Living Lie Detector. We'll shuffle up and then draw a card. Alright. Shuffle up and then we'll draw. Living Lie Detector. Okay. So then we're just going to spend 3 here. We're going to go ahead and play down Cloak. So he does have an acceleration icon, but he does no consequential. So we'll just go ahead and have him thwart for 2. We'll clear the main here. Then we'll ready up and draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright, pretty cool, pretty cool. It's going to go up by 2, actually. Klaw's going to go ahead and scheme against us for base of 2, because we have an acceleration icon here. Just 2, very lucky break. It's only up to 4. 1 encounter card. Solid Sound Body. He has Retaliate 1, and we have to spend 3 resources to get rid of this, which can be definitely kind of annoying here, but maybe we have a way out. Looks like we don't actually have the resources to put Dagger into play, which is unfortunate, but we'll see what we can do instead. I think actually this stealth training might actually fire here after you thwart an exact... Oh, defeat a side scheme. Oof. That's not happening, I don't think. Maybe we just do Stick. That might be good. Stick and then get rid of the attachment. That might be our turn. So if we do something like this. Yeah, that's probably solid. Let's actually leave this here and do Raising Hell. So let's spend these 2. Let's play down Stick. I think that'll be pretty good for us. Just to give us some extra oomph to our activations. Let's go ahead and sort Raising, shuffle Raising Hell back in. And then we'll draw a card here. We'll do that. We'll draw. Got Blind Spot. Okay. So there could be a way that this Blind Spot actually goes off eventually. Maybe we do just hold it in hand, but there's kind of no doubles in this deck as we saw when we went through the unboxing. So it can be really hard to get this ally down, even though the effect is very strong here. Just getting a Confuse against Klaw just usually ends up being pretty good. So maybe we actually hold Ghost Rider for that reason, because I think it might be easier for us to actually have that fire. So what I think we're going to start by doing is we might just have Electra thwart for 1. Have her take a consequential because she might block for us next turn. We're going to go... I think we're going to recover while we have the chance. So we'll go up to 9 here. We'll flip up. We'll have Cloak thwart for 2. We will spend 3 resources to remove the Solid Sound Body, and maybe we just hold Ghost Rider in our hand for next turn because he may be able to confuse him on our way down, which would be pretty solid. Oh, and then I guess Electra could have done 1 more, right? So Exhaustic, that character gets +1 to that use, so we could have cleared them in. All right, let's gonna ready up and draw because she is a martial artist. Okay, yeah, making sure I'm keeping track of all these new cards. All right, let's pick up the Ghost Rider. We'll ready up and we'll draw here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to really open us up. Here we've got the Man Without Fear, very strong. Just really easy way for us to be able to get tempo going. We have an extra ready every single turn, which means it might actually get down instead of the Ghost Rider here. Or maybe we hold it for a turn and then we do that. We'll have to see. It's going to go up by 2 because of the acceleration icon. Klaw's going to go ahead and swing at us. We'll go ahead and block here. So that is, if this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. Glad that we dodged that. Thank you, Electra. Then we've got an encounter card. Whirlwind. So we got a bit of damage we actually have to deal with here. But I think that should be no problem, especially if we're trying to get down the man without fear. So I'm going to go ahead and focus the senses down. I think that'll be pretty strong. So it says you may move any number of sense upgrades in play to other cards they can attach to. Choose any number of upgrades from the sense deck and put them into play. Do not shuffle. So we might actually just... Do we just commit to clearing this? So maybe we play one to play the top card of the sense decks to put Superior Taste onto the side scheme. We're going to spend 2 resources here and play the Man Without Fear. Then I think what we're going to do is I think we're just going to thwart... focus the senses for 4, and then we're going to say after you thwart attach scheme, remove 2 more threat. It's going to go at the bottom of the sense deck, so this will clear it, and then this is going to go off. You may move any number of sense upgrades and play to other cards, or you can choose any number of upgrades in the sense deck and put them into play. So let's look at all of our upgrades in here. So after you attach attacked enemy, deal 3 damage to that enemy. That's going to be really good for knocking out Whirlwind here, so you probably want to attach that there. When you defeat attached enemy or remove the last threat from attached scheme, reduce the cost of the next card you play this phase by 2. Maybe we throw this on the main. Hopefully we can zero that out. Attached enemy attacks. Discard this card. That enemy gets -3 attack. So we'll throw this one on Klaw here so we don't have to jump. When you defeat attached enemy or remove the last threat from the scheme, discard this to ready your identity. Definitely throw this on here. And then we've got, after you thwart attached scheme, remove 2 threat from it. I think we'll actually leave the Superior Taste there for now. That's a very strong thing that you get to do for 4 cleared, but with all your senses focused, you're ready and raring to go. So now we're going to go ahead and start and use the Man Without Fear. We're going to take a damage to choose to ready Daredevil. So very strong here. Now what do we want to do? I think we're going to have Cloak go ahead and help us out here by swinging at... Whirlwind for 1. Then we're going to go ahead and swing in with Daredevil at Whirlwind. So we're going to deal 2 damage. Responds after you attack +3. So we're going to deal 3. So 2 + 3 is 5. I'm going to go ahead and knock out Whirlwind, which will go ahead and trigger the acute tactility. Since he's defeated, I can ready my identity. Look at that. Just all that value for clearing that side scheme is crazy. So we get to ready up here. And actually, we're going to go ahead and thwart the main for 2, but we're going to choose not to trigger this interrupt, mostly because we can use that discount next turn. Now, this says we can choose one Daredevil card from your discard pile into your deck. So let's see here. Is there any card I'm really looking to shuffle in? Maybe we get Sister Maggie back just so we have something to play, or we do... Honestly, don't mind any of these. Maybe we just get Electra just for another ally, or we just grab Focus. Let's just do Focus the Senses again, right? Look at how much that did to help us there. So just shuffle that in, and we're not an alter ego, so we don't actually get to draw a card, but that's okay. Karen has been putting in work as part of Nelson and Murdoch. All right, so we'll shuffle that in, and that'll be to us. So again, Cloak's gonna go ahead and throw 2 on the main here. We draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's going to go by 3. We have our Billy Club and we have Dagger, which seems like it would be a very strong turn if we just end up playing those 2. But we'll see if that's what happens. So this goes up by 2. Claw's going to go ahead and activate against us. It says when attached enemy attacks. We're going to go ahead and trigger this. We're going to discard it. So he gets -3 for this attack. So he's going to flip 2 boost cards. So that's 3. He dealt 4 damage, -3. So we can go ahead and take 1. Then we have an encounter card here. Masters of Mayhem. If no attacks are made this way, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Masters of Evil minion. Put it into play engaged with you. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Do we find the ally one? Is the ally one already in the discard? I don't think so. I think he's still in the deck. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and take... I think it's Melter that we want to grab here. So let's go ahead and find Melt. There's some really nasty cards in that encounter deck left that I'm not looking forward to, but we're just going to have to see what happens here. So, alright, we'll do that. Alright. That's shuffled up. Then we'll look at our hand. Alright, that's to us. So, we can get our Billy Club. We get just +1 attack, which is really good here. Can remove threat from a scheme. We can do a chance encounter. Attach side scheme is defeated. So we can't actually do that. So what I think we want to do is maybe... Let me read one of these again. It's when Daredevil attacks an enemy after you attack attached enemy. So we might actually be leaving the enhanced olfaction up again. I think we're actually going to use the Man Without Fear this time to go ahead and use the first effect. Choose any upgrade to play it, ignoring its resource cost. So we're going to go ahead and attach the radar sense to Melter just so we can knock him out here. Then we're going to go ahead and do, I think we're just going to do kind of quick and easy. We'll go ahead and play Daredevil's Billy Club. Ooh, we actually do need a card here, though. Maybe we just flip down and do that. That should be okay. Get to draw a card. We're going to have Daredevil get in there and swing on Melter for 2, and we'll trigger the Radar Sense for 3 more. Go ahead and knock out Melter. Then we're going to go, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and just flip down here, right? I don't think there's any reason not to. I think our allies will keep it in check. Get to shuffle a Daredevil card into our deck. So, I don't know, maybe we want a Deposition this time around. We'll go ahead and shuffle that one in. And then we'll draw up a card here just so we can get Dagger into play. So we'll go ahead and draw a card. We got Legal Trouble. Could attach to a minion and give it -1 scheme. There are no minions currently. We'll just spend 3 from hand. We'll play the Dagger. So Cloak loses each extra acceleration icon, and if Cloak is in play, Dagger takes -1 consequential after she uses a basic power. I'll be the light in your dark tie. Very cool. We're going to go ahead and have Cloak clear 2 off the main to 0 it out. We're going to have Dagger just swing for 2. Dagger's going to actually use her Light Force daggers and draw first blood against Klaw here. Very, very cool. I think we're just going to ready up and draw here. Drop 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool, cool, cool. Foggy would be pretty cool to get down if we want to make use of Alter Ego more. We'll just have to see what happens. It's going to go up by 2. Cloud's going to scheme for base of 2. 3 here, up to 5. So he has not popped it. Encounter card. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. That should be okay. Not a bad encounter phase. As long as we... Oh, wait. Did it go up? Did I make it go up by 2? Should only be going up by 1, right? So then he schemed for 3. So then it should be at 4. Okay. Shuffle up and then discard 1 card at random. Got rid of chance encounter. That's okay with me. Okay. What do we want to do here? So we choose any interrupt any defeat attached. So maybe we want to use this deposition here. And then get it to just put the hurt on Klaw, I think. Or maybe we just trying to think here. You defeat attached enemy, remove last threat. So we'll have Cloak thwart for 2 is what we'll start with. Maybe we'll play the Deposition, which is an alter ego action. You may choose any upgrade from the Sense deck and play it, ignoring its resource cost. So maybe you want to push a little bit of damage here. I'm okay with getting aggressive. Let's go ahead and throw the Radar Sense back onto Klaw here. So that'll be pretty good. And then we can remove 2 threat from a scheme. Then we can go ahead and trigger this interrupt when you defeat attached enemy or remove the last threat from attached scheme. We can reduce the next card, the cost of the next card I play this phase by 2, which means that I can go ahead and get down Foggy Nelson for free. So we got Karen and we got Foggy. We got the whole Nelson and Murdoch team on the case. Foggy actually doesn't have any threat to remove, which is okay. Oh wait, I can play the Focus the Senses for free here. So we can go ahead and do that. I think we'll actually take the time to get our contingency planning down here. And we'll go ahead and use Karen Page. Actually, we'll hold the contingency plan just in case we draw something, but I don't think we will. We're going to go ahead and shuffle up, what's it called? And we're just going to shuffle up the deck. We'll draw up off Karen Page, move in Shadow. That's okay. I think we'll go ahead and wheel up here into Daredevil. Oh, wait, before we do that, we're going to do, what's it called? Foggy to take 2 threat off of Focus the Senses, just so we have a huge turn next turn. We're actually going to recover as well, just bring us up to our max. We do have a ready every turn with the Man Without Fear. We're going to flip up, And we're going to spend a resource here to use our ability, Superhuman Senses, to go ahead and attach this to the main here. So after you thwart the attached scheme, discard this card, remove 2 threat from that scheme, just so we have another thing on top, which is acute tactility. We're going to trigger the Man Without Fear to take a damage and ready Daredevil. And then we're going to go ahead and swing in onto Klaw. We're going to use Stick to give us +1. So we have 3 attack, 4 attack, and we're going to trigger the Radar Sense to deal 3 more. So we're deal big 7 damage into Klaw here, which is huge just off of basic activation. Absolutely crazy. Down to 9. And then Dagger can also get in there and swing for 2 more, which is super good here. I think we will end up using Dagger for a block, but we'll just have to see what we draw into. So we'll draw up, ready up, draw. Ready everything here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we actually don't have another energy resource to get Dagger back in, so maybe we won't be doing it, but we will have to see. Okay, de-escalation could be interesting here as just a caught off guard protection, but let's see. So we're going to add 1/3 onto the main. Then Klaw's gonna go ahead and attack us for 2 boost cards. We'll just take this. We're at 9 health. We're pretty healthy here. Weapons Runner is gonna come into play and 1 boost. So I'm gonna take 2 damage from Klaw. Weapons Runner will hit me for 1. And then counter card here, Radioactive Man. Ooh, got big enemies here on the table, but I think we should be okay with that. So what I think I want to do is, I think we'll start with playing a resource here, playing the contingency planning to get acute tactility on Focus the Senses. Then what I think we want to do is we're going to have Daredevil go ahead and thwart this for 2. So acute tactility says when you defeat attached enemy, we can ready our identity. So we'll do that. Focus the Senses will be cleared once again. And then you can move any number of sentence upgrades in play to other cards they attach to. I'm not sure if I thwarted this with Daredevil last turn or not, or if it was from Cloak. No, it was Foggy, right? Threat cannot be moved from the scheme except by Daredevil or Matt Murdock. So hold on. So I don't think Foggy should have been able to remove that threat last turn. So I think it should be at 2. So technically this is still on it. So we'll use our Man Without Fear ready, take a damage, and then we'll clear it this turn. Yeah, that'll work. So then this is going to clear, and then we can put these upgrades anywhere once again. So if we want to go like, what do we need here? So let me read the card in my hand. It says Raising Hell. Deal 2 damage to each enemy for each upgrade attached to the enemy. 3 if Daredevil has the aerial trait. So I think we're gonna do 1 here. We're gonna do 1 here. We'll do 1 here. And 1 more here. And we'll see how this works. So we're going to put all our upgrades down. I'm not sure if the acute tactility actually is able to be put down, but I think it would be cool if so. So what we're going to do is, yeah, I think this is what we're going to do. How do we actually do this? I'm trying to think. I want the Raising Hell to just kind of fire here. I'm not really getting much of a discount, but I think that's okay. Let's just play. Oh no, maybe we can do this actually. Yeah. So let's use the Daredevil's Billy Club. We'll use this action. We'll give ourselves Aerial this round. Yeah, that should be pretty good. So we'll do that. So we'll give ourselves Aerials, and now we'll just play Raising Hell. So I think we'll do that. So Raising Hell said deal 2 damage to each enemy for each upgrade attached to that enemy, or 3 instead if Daredevil's aerial trait. So Weapons Runner has 3 damage. It's going to go ahead and knock him out and trigger the Enhanced Olfaction, which says when you defeat attached enemy or remove the last threat from a scheme, the next card I play costs 2 less. We're going to go ahead and deal 3 damage to Absorbing Man here. We're going to go ahead and trigger the Radar Sense as well, which says after you attach this enemy, deal 3 to this enemy, so he'll have 1 HP remaining. Then we'll deal 6 damage to Klaw, bring him down to 1 HP here. And then when you defeat attached enemy or remove last threat from scheme, discard this and ready your identity. So then what we can end up doing is we can play our Billy Club for free because it has a -2 cost reduction. we're going to go ahead and have Daredevil knock out Klaw here, which will give us a ready. I'm not sure if the attachments carry over. This is another specific thing. I'm not sure if our attachments are going to carry over to the next stage. I think they do, so I will play it as that. But again, someone check me. It's going to come in with a toughness here. And then he's going to have some extra HP for sure. Let me get him a tough token. He's going to have 22 health here. So we are kind of breezing through this as we got our allies set up. Very strong for solo for sure. Then we'll actually have... let me see here. 2, 3, 4. We have Cloak. Do we have Dagger get in there? I think so. So we do get that ready after knocking out Klaw. We'll have Dagger go ahead and knock out this tough on Klaw. She'll be defeated from consequential damage. Then I will have Daredevil go ahead and swing in for 3 tapping stick, 4 damage into the new stage of Klaw, bring him down to 18. And then we'll also have just Cloak knock out Radioactive Man for us here, which will, yeah, just for 1 damage. I think that's gonna be it. I guess we can make sure, Weapons Runner got thrown in here on accident. We can make sure we have a really strong next turn. If we want to shuffle a specific card in, we could just clear the Follow the Senses again, which would be really good. But maybe we do something else here. Do we do Living Lie Detector? No. I just don't know what else I'd really want to get down. We could just do... Let's just shuffle in a cross-examination. That seems fun. So we'll shuffle that in, and then we will go from there. So we do still have a Superior Taste down. We do have a Heightened Hearing. Again, I'm not sure if that's actually on him, but I think that's okay. And we'll actually just throw De-Escalation down just for Master Plan protection. It says when defeated, remove an acceleration token from play. So we're going to go ahead and ready up and draw. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the rest of our deck. Double Deposition, Cross-Examination, Know Your Enemy. We're going to get an encounter card here. Then we're going to shuffle up. So Klaw's going to go ahead and this is going to go up by 2 because Cloak does have his acceleration icon on him again. So we'll have this shuffled up. I just realized we are at 5 HP, so I might actually just end up using this Heightened Hearing here. So I think I will trigger it. So when they attack, he's going to get -3 attack. You get 2 encounter cards here. He has a base of 2. Oh, man. Did we die here? Oh, we're super close to dying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, -3, 4. Oh, man. He can just kill us here. We are down to 2. If he hits that Soundwave card, we are cooked. In advance here, so he's going to go ahead and scheme for 3, 5. So it's going to go ahead and pop the main. This definitely gets discarded. This is a new main scheme. So it's going to go ahead and pop, and we get a new encounter card. Discard cards until we find a minion. Oh, guys, if this is the one that deals 2 damage, we might be kind of fried here. Uh-oh. We got an Armored Guard in front of us. I'm glad that came in the encounter phase. And let's see, is this the one that's going to take 2, heal 2? Either spend resources or exhaust each of your cards. Let me look here. I don't think I can handle an exhaust, right? I kind of have to just, go down. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Oh, man. But the only one... The only one that can, what's it called? I would have really liked this Nelson and Murdoch so that we could confuse Klaw on our flip down. It doesn't seem like we're going to be able to do that, which is very scary here. Thinking here. I think we just have to, risk it, right? So we're just going to go 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, right? Something like that. So we'll do these 3. And then we'll just not get exhausted on both characters I control. Okay, that is back to us. Yeah, that was very scary there. I would have chummed with Cloak if I didn't have that attack there. If that upgrade didn't happen. But I think Cloak might actually be hurting us more than he's helping us right now. But clearing this de-escalation will be very nice next turn for sure. So I think what we want to do here, we can't take this damage anymore. which kind of sucks because it really does slow us down in a big way. So I think we'll just go down. Do we want to shuffle in a card? Maybe we do just shuffle in the Nelson Murdoch, see if we find something else to do. We might just scheme out regardless, right? There's not like a ton I can really do about that, but I'm gonna shuffle up and see what happened. So we'll draw a card. Attach a minion gets -1, -2 scheme. I don't think there's any way that this can actually scheme, but this can choose an upgrade in your hand. Tuck upgrade. You may play the upgrade tucked here as if it were in your hand. Do we want to tuck legal trouble? Sure, why not? Oh, we could have actually like really done this a smart way. We knew we weren't really playing either of these, so instead of choosing to tuck that, we could have used this to throw this on that before we went down, and then we could have played deposition on this, and then what that could have done is give them another -3 just in case we need it on the way up. We're gonna go ahead and recover for 3 here. We don't have much of a choice, and we'll have Cloak break this tough. I think that's gonna have to be it for us, and hope we don't scheme out. We're gonna ready up and draw here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, blind spot can be really clutch here. Definitely really clutch here if we live this turn. So we go up by 2. Klaw's gonna thwart for a base of 3. 3, 4. So it's gonna go up to 6 here. Armor Guard will scheme for base of 0. You have something here. Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. I think we'll get rid of the contingency planning. That's very good for us. He's gonna shuffle up and get an acceleration token, which will go ahead and get removed by de-escalation here in a sec. So we should be kind of, I won't say cruising our way to a win, but we should definitely be getting there. We're gonna set up a 4-cost ally that can provide us with easy confuses, which will be very good for us. Yeah. All right. So I'm ready up, and that's that. All right. So we need to get blind spot down. I don't think we have much of a choice. This does reduce blind spot to 2 less. So how are we doing this? So we're gonna recover first and foremost. We're gonna go up to 7 here. Then we're gonna, that should be more than enough HP to kind of be somewhat safe here, I think. So we'll go ahead and flip up. We will use the Man Without Fear here to ready us. Then we're gonna do 2 to clear de-escalation. That's gonna go ahead and trigger the Advanced Olfaction, so the next card I play is reduced by 2 cost, and it will also remove the acceleration token, which is very nice for us, and go in the victory display. Oh, before we flipped up, we would have shuffled something in. I don't think that makes a difference. Let's just say it was cross-examination, just so we have an extra card on the flip up. Also, we would have used Foggy. I'm missing a couple of triggers here. Yes, all these alter ego only things, or Karen is an alter ego only, but it is very nice to use an alter ego. Okay. I don't think I would have played that regardless. All right, so we have 2 resources, so we can go ahead and play down Blind Spot here. So Blind Spot says after Blind Spot thwarts, confuse an enemy with an upgrade attached. So we're gonna go ahead and do that for sure. So we will do 2 threat here off the main, and we'll go ahead and choose to confuse Klaw because he does currently have an upgrade attached to him. It's gonna be very nice for us. What do we want to do here? I think we have to spend the Raising Hell, so we're gonna do how do we get rid of the Armored Guard? I think we do just have to spend it. So we're gonna spend a resource to attach the radar sense to the Armored Guard. Yeah, we're not even gonna trigger it, right? We're gonna send Raising Hell. We're gonna deal 2 damage to each enemy with an upgrade attached. Since he has Guard, Claw, it can't actually hit Claw, and then Cloak is gonna swing for 1 and just get rid of the Armored Guard in front of us. Which is gonna be useful. Just have to set ourselves a turn behind here. This is one that readies our identity. remove the last threat. Should be pretty good here. I think that's going to be it for now. So, oh, we did have stick, so this could have removed one more threat. It's pretty good because this is a martial artist. All right, cool. That'll be it. Ready up and draw here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cool, cool, cool. Got some allies, got some cards to play. He's going to go up by 1. He's going to attempt to attack us. We are going to trigger our heightened hearing. Let's give him -3 attack here. Got 2 boost cards. Discard 1 card at random. So he hit for exactly 3, so he's going to hit us for 0. He's going to discard a card at random from our hand, which kind of sucks, but let's see. Go here. Move in Shadow is gone. Alright, then we got an encounter card here. Under Fire, which is 2 more encounter cards. Could be scary. First one. Immortal Klaw is back. So he's get 10 more HP, so he'll be at 28. An Illegal Arms Factory. Well, that's a lot of threat that just got added to the board. Okay. Okay, so he's back at 28 HP, and that'll be to us. So we got some thwarting we gotta do, which is pretty interesting. We'll do... I think we'll spend 1 for... Maybe we just punch him and then thwart as a side thing. So we'll do 1 resource here. We'll put Acute Tactility down. We're going to punch Klaw for 3 here. Bring him down to 25. Then we're going to spend 1 resource. Oh yeah, we want to spend the Living Lie Detector here. So let's do that. We'll remove 2 threat from a scheme. For each upgrade attached to that scheme, remove 1 additional threat from it. So we'll go ahead and clear the Immortal Klaw. That will, when you defeat a side scheme, you can ready our identity. So we will do that. So we'll go back down to 15. I think we're just going to get in there and swing for 3 again. Bring him down to 12. Then maybe we just take a damage. Ready up. Swing for 3 again. Bring him down to 9. Because we're kind of not super worried about the thwarting right now, because what we can do is we can turn both of these allies sideways. We'll do 4 off of this to clear the Illegal Arms Factory. Oh, and then we could have done stick for 1 more damage here. Bring him down to 8. And then we can just kind of go down. Foggy can clear the Secret Rendezvous down to 0. We have a Confuse. Let's use Karen here. Let's see if we can shuffle in Raising Hell, and we'll just go from there. We should have a kill. Only 8 HP. Got to Confuse. Now if he hits like a triple scheme or something, well, we might be cooked, but let's see what Karen draws us off. Just a stealth training, so it's not really anything worth keeping. Maybe we hold Sister Maggie. Probably not. We're probably just looking for output. We'll just ready up and draw here. So we got 6 cards here. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this should be more than enough. I mean, we're looking at cross-examination, focus the senses that can just give us a million things. So let's see what's going to happen. It's going to go by a base of 1. He will try to scheme. He is confused. Encounter card. Armored Guard with Guard and Tough. That is kind of annoying for sure, but we could definitely get through it. Oh, it's supposed to go up 2. Okay. All right. What are we doing here? So I think we're gonna start with, I think we're just gonna have Blind Spot deal damage, right? So we're gonna do, what are we doing? Let's actually shuffle in, let's use Karen to start, and I guess we'll use Foggy to clear, right? So that makes us, so we don't even need to worry about, shuffle in. We have any attacks here? I guess Electra is like kind of an attack, so we'll do that. Shuffle in, draw. Nelson and Murdoch. Okay, that would have been really interesting a second ago, but that's alright. We have so many cards in our hand here. I think we'll just flip up and try and get this some way, somehow. Then we're just going to start by spending this to put this onto the main. Maybe we'll do spend 1 more to put this on this guy. We'll spend 1 more, put this on Klaw, and I think that's what's gonna have to be enough. So we're gonna have Cloak go ahead and knock out Armored Guard here. we're gonna do. I guess the numbers are kind of awkward. I don't think it super matters. We'll just knock out. Yeah, we'll just knock out this guy. Means the next card we play costs 2 less. We're gonna swing at him for 3. So the next card we play costs 2 less. I mean, we could just throw this. Yeah, we could just get a really easy number here. Oh wait, does it say play? 10th upgrade would leave play. Okay, so before we actually cleared that, we should have put this guy on here. And then we could have actually done this guy take a damage to put this one on here. Then we would have attacked to... Oh, well, technically it's still 2 less, right? So we could have just put all of these on here, basically. We could have put all of them on Klaw, all 4 of them. We would have cleared the guy with our activation, which lets us play a card for a cost of 2 or less. Oh no, this wouldn't be there. You're right. So this would be in my hand. So for a cost of 2 or less, I can play Raising Hell against Klaw. I'll actually pop the Billy Club back to my hand. So I gain Aerial. And I would play Raising Hell, which says deal 3 damage. Deal 2 damage to each enemy for each upgrade attached to that enemy. 3 damage instead if we have the Aerial, so we have 3, 6, 9 damage. Then we can also trigger the Radar Sense for 3 more. That's going to be more than enough to bring Klaw from 8 HP down to 0. That was super kind of interesting. It was a bit more kind of gamey than I was expecting. They said they'd like to keep the popular heroes a bit simpler, but there was definitely a lot going on there, and it felt very strong. I mean, in solo for sure, it definitely felt strong. The ability to just kind of get whatever upgrade you want down with his side scheme or within with his deposition is very strong, and it lets him really set up for good plays on the flip up. Obviously, we started off with Karen Page, which I'm really glad that our opening hand had it, because I do like to flip in this game, and that is a very big reason to actually flip on this character, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Make sure we're not throwing any of these. Maybe I need different sleeves for these. I probably will find different sleeves for the Sense deck because they don't want to get them confused and get them shuffled into my deck on accident. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought the Precon was fun. I think having an ally that stays on the board the entire game is pretty strong. I mean, he does kind of, what's it called? He kind of like can just turn sideways every turn on the main to make sure like the extra threat he's putting on it doesn't actually matter. But yeah, opening with like Dagger or with Cloak is very strong. No consequential on an ally is just a very strong ability. So he's able to just break Tufts if I needed him to thwart for 2, just very good at solo specifically. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just probably get to Echo here in a bit. I'm going to shuffle her obligation into the encounter deck as well, just raised by Kingpin, and set Echo right here. So she doesn't have any extra Sense deck shenanigans to worry about, so it should be pretty simple here to just get her going, get her started, and get her going. Alright, got a couple shuffles here on cam. Sure, I'm not stacking Nick Fury at the top of the deck like every YouTuber does. That's our secret. Just kidding. Playing solo is a nice breath of fresh air. Someone who primarily plays multiplayer these days, it is cool to just sit down and jam out a game in a pretty short amount of time. So let's do that. We had 9 HP. We do definitely want... Oh, we have the starting card, right? So this starting card will start in our hand, and we're probably going to end up playing it, I would guess, because of this deck. I need to actually find where it is. There's no way it's at like the top. Hello? Where am I blind? Where did the starting card go? We're looking through again. There it is. Okay, so this actually does start in our hand, and then we can draw up after. This is the Precon, so... Oh, it says you may, but I think I do want to. I think that'll be pretty strong in this scenario. Especially if we can find like an early in harm's way, just for some like big output on the board. Or we find a small minion. We'll just see how that goes. So we do, speaking of minions, we do have to mill until we find one here. Speaking of, we've got an armored guard, which would be really, really good if we could find it in harm's way or something. But let's see. Oh, we actually can choose to get one. Change the hero form, you can add anything. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The res is interesting. I don't know if we have really easy ways to go down. I don't think we really care about improvisation. I think the answer is no. So I think what we're gonna do is I think we're just gonna do the res could be interesting though. Just a really easy healing outlet if we take a big hit here. I think we're kind of fine without it. I really am looking for kind of those upgrades. Maybe we keep Army of One just in case we want something to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. So this is definitely pretty good here. We want to get our Ronin down. We want to get in harm's. We want to get our Ronin down. We want to get the innate reflexes down, and then we're just gonna go from there. I don't actually know what I'd want to search for here, so let's map this hand out. So if we go 1, 1 for 1 and 1, so we have 4 defense and retaliate. We can kind of ignore the guard this turn. And then maybe we just start like thwarting the side schemes with an Army of One. That might actually be what we end up doing. Yeah, because I don't think there's any way we can actually get the improvisation down. Which maybe we hold it for next turn, hopefully draw into a double or something. So yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and flip up. So we're going to use our interrupt. When you change the hero forms as your deck for an aspect or basic event and add it to your hand. So let's look here. So an aspect or basic event is what we're looking for. Maybe a powerful punch. That feels like a card I don't often find myself playing. See no evil, hear no evil is probably solid. And the seek their attention is also really good for us clearing these 3 threat schemes. So I think we will just do powerful punch just so we can use it as a resource. We're going to flip up. We're going to go and spend 1. We'll get our Ronin down, which says while you control no allies, your hero has +1 defense and retaliate 1. We will also spend for our starting card, Innate Reflexes. You may add this card to your hand before drawing your starting hand. We have +1 defense. So we're at 4 defense already on turn 1. And then we're going to just start thwarting, right? So we'll go ahead and thwart for 2 off of the Immortal Claw. Let's play Army of One to ready our hero, and we'll thwart for 2 more. And now we can trigger our response afterwards, after we play an aspect or basic event, tuck it under here. And then, so now we can have that tucked in case we have something that lets us play already, such as the photographic reflexes. It's going to go down to 18. Pretty good start. We have the improvisation. And yeah, we thwarted for 2. So we'll ready up and draw here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. So this in harm's way, I think, is going to go kind of crazy here. I think we just play it and then maybe play it again. And then we're going to have really big output. Or maybe we actually take this turn to just play our improvisation and so we can get it ready. We'll actually have to see what happens here. So we're gonna have Klaw. He's gonna go and attack us. I think we'll just defend here. I think I'm okay with defending this first hit. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we defended for 4. So we take 1, but we also hit him back for 1 on a retaliate. The armored guard is gonna hit us 2. He's gonna get retaliated for 1. We have an encounter card here. Radioactive Man. Oof. Okay. It's definitely a bit of output we need to get Radioactive Man out of here. This should have 1 on it. Okay, so how do we get rid of Radioactive Man is the big question now. So I think what we want to do, I think we do have to actually pass on the improvisation here. So, oh no, I don't think we can play it anyways. I think we just have to ready, right? Oof, I don't think there's any way we can even knock out Radioactive Man. So maybe we just flip down and try and hide from him for a turn, look for an answer. That might actually be it. So I think what we'll do is we'll spend 3 resources here. Let's go ahead and play In Harm's Way. So we can deal 4 damage to an enemy and remove 4 threat from a scheme. So maybe we just deal... trying to think here. Deal 4 damage to an enemy, remove 4 threat from a scheme. So we definitely remove off Defense Network for sure. Do we even hit the Radioactive Man? Probably, right? Because we still don't really have a way to knock him out. So we'll just deal a 4 to Radioactive Man here. I will go ahead and knock him out. Let's go ahead and tuck In Harm's Way. I think that'll be good. Does this only search deck? Deck, okay, for an event. Improvisation, that would have been really cool because that has both traits, right? Attack and thwart, so it would have done deal 1 damage and heal 1 from Echo, but we haven't had a chance to get this down, which is pretty rough. Do we just play it again? I think so, right? Because this plays it for 2 less, and we just spend this probably because we probably want to stay up here. Let's go ahead and spend our photographic reflexes. We can play an event tucked under Echo as if it were in your hand, so we're going to reduce it by 2. We'll play In Harm's Way once again. We'll deal 4, knock out Radioactive Man, and then we will thwart for 3. Just go ahead and drop that down. Do I go down here is the question. I think no. I think we're okay for now. We will stay up. Go ahead and draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. 5 cards here. Cool. It's gonna go up by 1. We're gonna have Klaw go ahead and swing at us here. Do we actually just take this on the face? I think that we probably still do want to end up defending here. So I think we will defend. So we're going to defend for 4. He's going to have 2 boost cards. He hit for Exhaust Retaliate Control. He hit for exactly 4. So he's going to take a Retaliate. Armored Guard's going to hit us for 1. He's going to take a Retaliate. We have an encounter card here. Raised by Kingpin. Find Kingpin and put him into play. Engage with you. Ooh, this is really tough. After you thwart, place that threat here. If there's 4 more threat here, remove this card from the game. After you thwart, so I can't even get rid of Kingpin here. Oh, that's really rough for sure. Okay. What do we do now? Yeah, this is tough. I think what we're gonna have to do is just let the first main go. Let's play Choreography. And then we'll play Photographic Reflexes to ready us. Oh man, can we even knock out Kingpin? I just don't, doesn't really look like it, right? Because after you throw, you have to place that threat here, and if it's 4 or more, remove it from the game. Oof, I don't even know if we can do it. Well, we played the Photographic Reflexes to ready us, so it's gonna get rid of our tuck card. What choice do we make? I think we just knock out Armored Guard, right? Just to kind of ease up a little pressure. We're gonna go down. We're gonna tap the Choreography here to shuffle in. I think for sure we have to shuffle in Harm's Way. And then we get to draw a card. Yeah, it's gonna be really rough. Like, there's literally 0 chance that Klaw doesn't scheme out. We just gotta hope that. I mean, maybe it's better if he schemes out by himself, and then Kingpin puts the threat on the next scheme. Who knows? We draw. Oh, that's kind of rough. That's what we drew into, but that's okay. We'll spend 2 resources. We will get down American Sign Language. And yeah, how many copies of Photographic Reflexes do we have left? 2, 3, 4. We have 2 left in the deck that large. Okay, kind of scary, but we'll ready up and draw here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Study the tape. Okay, so we can find Photographic Reflexes here. So hopefully we'll have a lot of output to just play these in Harm's Way and kind of swing this back into our favor here. We also did find a standalone, which can be very strong. Go up to 2. Klaw's going to scheme against us for 2, 6. So Klaw actually is going to scheme this out. He's going to mill until he finds a minion. Whirlwind's going to come in. So they're going to scheme for 1 plus 3. It's just going to go up to 4. This is exactly what we need in order to knock out Kingpin next turn. Encounter card, Armored Guard with Guard and Tough. Okay. We should be able to manage this. I just kind of had to think of the line for sure. So, standalone is very good, and we really want to get this down with kind of these kind of weenie chump-ish minions here. How do we do this? So, okay. Daredevil's going to be really good, but it turns off all of our kind of no ally synergy, so I actually don't think we want to end up playing him here, even though he is quite strong of an ally. The fact that it turns off the Ronin is probably not good, and so we don't even want to risk doing that. So what we will do is I think we will spend a Choreography here. We'll shuffle an Aspect or a basic card. I think we end up shuffling in probably the second in Harm's Way. This is just a card we really want to see. Very important for getting output here, and yeah, we're gonna want to do it. All right, So we'll do that. We'll shuffle it up, and then we draw a card because we are an alter ego to a photographic reflexes. That's really clutch. You might be able to play in harm's way like multiple times this turn, hopefully. Or maybe we don't, and we just hold a photographic for next turn. Actually, we only will end up being able to play it twice, I think. Maybe if we find something to tape 3 times. Okay. So we're going to flip up. We're going to use our interrupt to add an in harm's way to our hand. This is what we need for sure. So it says after you thwart, that threat gets moved here. So the thwart does actually come off the scheme if I'm reading this correctly. After you thwart, place that threat here if there's 4 or more removed from the game. So we're going to start off with the first army of 1. So let's go ahead and spend a double in our American Sign Language. For in harm's way. We're going to deal 4 damage to an enemy and remove 4 threat from a scheme. So we'll deal 4 to Whirlwind here. And then we will move 4 from a scheme, which will go to Raised by Kingpin. And after you thwart, if there's 4 or more threat here, remove this card from the game. So it is gone from the game here. Very good for us. Then we're going to choose to tuck this under Identity. Then we're going to go ahead and spend a photographic reflexes here with Daredevil, because there's no way we can play this guy, to spend and play in harm's way again. So we can do 4 damage and 4 threat. There's no threat for me to get rid of, but we can do a 4 to Kingpin here. And then probably, I guess it's like army of 1 and then stand alone is what we play. And then that should be good enough. I think so. So we'll do 2 damage to Kingpin, knock him out. Then we'll spend an army of 1 here, which we'll go ahead and tuck under our Identity, just so we can maybe use it later. To ready up, and we'll swing for 2 on Whirlwind, knock him out. Then we'll do 1 to play down Stand Alone. It says when an enemy attacks you, if you do not control any allies, exhaust Stand Alone to ready your heroes. Should be really good. We have our ready engine. We have all these things going on. Should be fine. We cleared that board. We managed that. Echo is too strong. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, just 5. So we got an in harm's way and a superpower training. That's going to be super clutch here, I think. We found both in harm's way, which is a bit less good, but we'll see what happens. So Klaw's going to make this main go by 1. He's going to go ahead and attack us. We're going to defend this here. So we have 4 defense. So he's got put weapons runner into play, engage with you. So he hit for 4. So we take no damage, and then he takes a retaliate. So then the weapons running comes into play. The stand alone is going to go off, which lets us ready when an enemy would attack us. We're not going to defend either of these. Kind of sucks. We're getting chipped pretty hard here, but that'll be 1 and 1. So I'll do a retaliate to the weapons runner, and the other one will just break the armored guard's tough. And then we have an encounter card here. Advance. He's going to go ahead and scheme for base of 2. This activation deals damage to you. Okay. It does not. Let's go ahead and scheme for 3. That's not too bad. Oh, I guess I could have powerful punched here, but I don't think that's worth playing. Not in my opinion. Okay. So So I think we have to play down superpower training, I think. So we'll do that. Oh, okay. That comes in with 3. Do we clear the superpower training? I think no, right? We got to play the in harm's way this turn. So we'll do. We don't have any way to really cheat this at all. So we have to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 for in harm's way. We will do 3 damage to enemy, 3 threat from a scheme. So let's go ahead and knock out the armored guard. We will tuck the in harm's way for sure. And then we'll do 3 threat. Maybe we just do clear the superpower training, right? Let's get something going here. So I think do we want Echo's Katana? I think that's what's left in here. After you play an event, deal damage to an enemy against piercing. I don't know if we super care about that. I think we want its identity specific upgrade, right? So we probably do want what we had to trash earlier, which is the improvisation, which I think is really going to turn Echo online in a major way here. So then we're going to have and thwart for 2. And then we have a choice here if we want to shuffle something in with choreography. I think we just keep putting in harm's way back, right? Like there's no reason not to. It's such a crazy card. And we kind of want to play it every time it's in our hand. So why not? Let's go and shuffle that in. Hopefully we can draw into it again in our next hand. We got the engine going. We're built out. You know, if this had a defensive conditioning and an armored vest, you know, it would be taking absolutely nothing. But let's go ahead and see how this goes. It's going to go up by 1. Claw's going to attack us. We're going to defend for 4 here. Got 2 boost cards. He hit us for 3. So again, we're just chipping him down just barely. Then the weapons runner is going to initiate an attack. Our standalone is going to trigger. We will actually take this 1 damage here, and we will defeat him with the retaliate. Oh, we didn't drop our hand. Maybe that would have changed something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The in harm's way is good. I don't think that changes. I don't think it changes that much. I'm looking at this hand. It's solid. Got an encounter card. Assault. The villain is going to attack us. This is interesting. So I think we want to actually spend the powerful punch here. But we still have to defend. So this is attack defense. Just gonna remove a threat and heal damage. So yeah. So we'll defend here for 4. We'll play the powerful punch. So we're gonna deal 4 damage to an enemy. Bring him down to 10. That's gonna trigger. We're gonna heal a damage, and we're gonna remove 1 threat from a scheme. Then he's gonna attack us. We're defending here. So weapons runner is gonna come into play, which is pretty annoying actually. But he dealt 3, so we retaliate him for 1. And then do we want to tuck the powerful punch? I don't think so. Then we want to, then it's going to go to us. So that is to us here. I think what we're going to end up doing is using this. How many cards we have? 4. Yeah, we're going to spend it in harm's way. We're going to deal 4 damage and what's it called? We're going to deal 4 and remove 4 threat. So do we just knock out the weapons runner? I think so, right? 4 damage, remove 4 threat. Since that was an attack and a thwart card, we get to deal damage to an enemy. Bring him down to 8. So as an attack, we get to heal up to 5. I think we do want a turn where I avoid an attack. This should be up, right? So I think we do want a turn where we avoid an attack. So what I will do is, I think we just shuffle in harm's way, right? That's kind of what we want to draw every single turn. So we'll use choreography. We'll do that before we go down. Just because I don't really, I mean, I guess we could. Now we'll do it after we go down. Because if we cycle a card that we don't really care about, that's kind of important. So standalone. That's, yeah, see, that's why we did it. So we don't want to draw that next turn. So we'll just ready up and draw. And we're just kind of hoping he doesn't scheme out. He will have a decent chance of doing it. I have not checking advances, but that's 4 cards. I'm going to get an encounter card here. Shuffle up and then draw up 2 more. Should be pretty good. With this improvisation down, our health bar is kind of slowly going back up, mostly because Klaw can't really deal damage to us, it seems. So we have that shuffled up, and then we're going to get 2 more cards here. Go 1, 2. Get their attention, and another in harm's way. Okay, we do keep drawing it, which is good. I just don't know if we want to see both of them right now. It's going to go up by 1. Claw's going to go ahead and scheme. Base of 2, 3, up to 4. And we got 2 encounter cards. First one. Ooh, did not mean to flip that. Each Master of Evil minion attacks. If no attacks are made this way, you search for Masters of Evil minion and put them into play. Is Melter or whatever? Is he in here? Oh, superpower training should be in the victory display. Glad I found that. He's right here. Cool. Then we've got the next one. Master Plan. Place 4 threat on the side scheme. If there are no side schemes in the middle until you find one. Are there any left? Of course there is. Oh, that's really bad. When revealed, discard cards until a Master of Evil minion is discarded. Okay, there was none left. So not so bad, actually. Okay. He's going to get an acceleration token, though, which kind of makes us flipping down a bit harder. So we ideally want to make this the last time we flip down. So let's make use of it for sure. Alright, so we're going to shuffle up here. Alright, that's it. That's our hand, and we're going to do that. So we want to get our katana down for sure. How do we get that down? I think we spend these 2. So we'll do... Oh no, we can't spend both in harm's way anyway, so we'll spend... yeah, we'll spend these 2. We'll get the katana down. So it's a restricted. After you play an event, we can exhaust it to deal damage to an enemy because of the printed cost of that event, which is very, very good. I think we're going to go ahead and choose to flip up here. We're going to use the response to grab an event. We probably want the team up event with Daredevil, right? Because I can't see me ever wanting to actually play that card because we're not ever playing Daredevil. So we'll do that one. So we'll do that. We'll do... we'll play the in harm's way, right? So we'll go... This is actually pretty decent. I think we'll actually hold this. So we'll spend these 3 for an in harm's way. We're going to deal X damage, remove X threat. So we're going to remove 4 threat from a scheme. And we're going to, what's it called? We're going to deal 4 damage to an enemy. We'll just do that to, we'll just do that to Klaw, right? We're down to 4 HP. Then we can trigger Echo's Katana after you play an event, exhaust it, deal damage to an enemy equal to that event's printed cost. So yeah, we're going to deal 3 damage to Melter here. And then we're just going to activate against him. Oh, we have triggers off of improvisation, so that is an attack/thwart. So you get to heal up to 6, and thwart says we get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. Let's just hit Klaw. Actually, yeah, we'll hit Klaw. That works. No, that doesn't actually matter. We'll go and hit, so put him at 4. Let me see this. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. So yeah, we can actually play the get their attention on Klaw's attack here, and then I'll knock out Melter in the villain phase, which could be good. When an enemy attacks you, an enemy initiates an attack. So we don't actually get the ready though if we let Melter go. Am I okay with that? I think I am okay with that. So yeah, we'll just do it like that. I think that'll be it. Did I shuffle in the in harm's way? I did not before I flipped up. That was kind of the whole point, to see what I drew into, but we'll just shuffle it in now. I think we'll actually will tuck the other one. So we have 2 underneath, and we have 1 in the deck that we can draw into, which should be pretty good here. Not triggering the standalone, I don't think is the end of the world here. If it gets another activation, it could still trigger. So yeah, we'll hold this in and we'll wait, what was my activation for? Did I swing? No, I was going to swing. We'll just do 2 to Klaw. It's right. We'll hit the response on improvisation in the enemy phase, so we don't actually need to swing on Melter. Ready up and draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good hand, it looks like. This plays that plays that, and that plays. So we can play 2 army of 1s. Very good hand. Just gonna go by 2. Klaw's gonna go ahead and swing at us. We're gonna defend here. But we're also gonna trigger when get their attention when an enemy initiates an attack. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. So we're gonna do that. So we'll remove 3 threat from here. Oh, this should have gone up by 3. Okay, we're 3 threat from here just to clear this. And then that's going to trigger defense and thwart, which is going to be deal 1 damage to an enemy. And defense is remove 1 threat from a scheme, dropping this down to 2. So Melter's defeated. We're defending Klaw here. He's got 2 boost cards. So he hit me for 1. I defended for 4. So he takes 1 back. Got an encounter card. Weapons Runner, which will surge into an armored card. Okay, well that's actually kind of annoying, but it's not like the end of the world. So we'll do this. All right, and that's back to us. Yeah, kind of annoying, but like I said, not the end of the world because we do have our Katana now. So we're going to do a Photographic Reflexes +1 resource. We'll play 1 of the in harm's way. I'm going to deal 4 damage to an enemy and remove 4 threat. So we'll go ahead and clear the Weapons Runner and remove 4 threat here. So that'll drop that down to 0. And then also we can trigger the Katana. So we can deal damage to an enemy equal to the event's printed cost, and it gains piercing. So we'll go ahead and knock out the guard. Honestly, that'll also trigger after you play an event. Since it was an attack and a thwart, we can heal 1 damage from Echo. And the thwart part deals the damage to an enemy, which will go ahead and knock out Klaw for us here, which is super clutch. So Klaw's going to come in. He's going to have tough status, toughness on him. Actually, now the more that I'm thinking and looking at my hand, I think that I don't even play. I think I just hold the photographic, and I think I'm going to use choreography and go ahead and shuffle this in back, the in harm's way back, and I think that should be good to go. We've kind of got our really good value engine here. This improvisation is going absolutely nuts. Just the amount of healing you're able to get from it, very, very strong. And then 2 cost generator for events is very good. You know, once she gets her things on the board, it was kind of rough going at the beginning, but once she gets her like key upgrades, I mean, this event feels super powerful here. So we'll ready up and draw. We'll hold the photographic and drop 2, 3, 4, 5. We might actually just end up playing powerful punch here. Actually, no, it has to be. It's a when an enemy initiates, so we have to actually break his tough with the retaliate first, which is kind of sucks, but that's all right. So go up by 2. Klaw's gonna swing at us here. We're definitely just gonna keep going with our game plan. We'll defend here. So base of 4. He hits us for 5, so he actually does break through. So he hits us for 1, but we break his tough in return. If he gets an extra activation here, it might be interesting. Tiger Shark, annoying. That's okay. We're cool with that. All right, that's back to us. So what we want to do here is, so what I think we want to do is we'll go photographic reflexes plus sign language, and we'll play an in harm's way. So we're gonna play this. We're gonna move 4 threat from the main, and we're gonna do 4 damage to maybe Tiger Shark, if that works. And then we'll trigger our katana to deal 3 to Klaw. We're down to 19. We're gonna have some triggers go off. We're gonna heal 1 because we attacked, and we're gonna what's it called? Deal a damage because we thwarted. So we'll do 1 to Tiger Shark. Then I think what we want to do is I think we're just gonna play study the tape. Just grab in harm's way back, because why not? It's very strong. And then we'll just do I don't know, we'll just do these 3 and play another in harm's way. We'll end up tucking this because it's actually in our hand that we're playing it. So we'll deal 4 damage and thwart for 4, but since it was an attack and thwart event traded, we still get to heal 1 and deal a damage. It's going to knock out Tiger Shark. I think we're just going to hold the powerful punch. Is there anything we want to shuffle in with choreography? I think no. So I think we're just gonna pass it there. It's a very strong loop we found ourselves in. So we'll go ahead and ready up. Drop 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this hand kind of doesn't do anything. So we'll have to just see. We might actually just spend up playing, get their attention just so we can thwart here. So let's see how that works out. It's gonna go up by 2. Claw's gonna attack us. We'll defend. I think we are spending get their attention. Do we spend our whole hand here and just hope we're not getting cooked? I think so, right? So we'll just spend them both. We'll do get their attention and we'll just spend our whole hand. Do get their attention and powerful punch. So that's 1, 2 for powerful, 1, 2 for get their attention. So we have attack, defense, and a defense thwart. So we're going to thwart for 3. We're also going to deal 4 damage. Attack, defense. So we'll do heal 1 from Echo. Defense says remove 1 threat from the scheme. There's no threat. And then defense thwart, remove a threat, and then deal a damage to an enemy. So we did all of that. We can also proc our katana here to deal 2 damage to him, down to 8. So we're also defending here. He gets 2 boost cards. So we defended. He did 3 damage. He defended for 4. So we'll retaliate him for 1. As long as this isn't the worst card in the world. Exhaustion. Well, we're already tapped. Surging into a gang up. Wow. This is crazy. That is not rigged. So when an enemy attacks you, if you do not control any allies, we can ready here. So he did a exhaustion. We were already exhausted into a gang up. This card is crazy, man. Standalone is awesome. So we get a free ready that we're just going to end up defending. So 2 boost cards. So he hit for 5. So he actually did get through and draw blood, but we were at max HP, so we're down to 9. I'm still retaliating for 1. And again, well, like I said, we didn't have anything to do with that hand, so we're just going to pass turn here. He's only at 6 defense. We could actually just shuffle Powerful Punch. I think that's probably worth doing. Let's shuffle Powerful Punch into the deck. And then just because we might be able to get a KO on the villain phase here, shuffle that in. And yeah, we played everything during the villain phase, so we're just going to ready up and draw here. And so if we draw a Powerful Punch, that would be a KO here. We did, because we can just trigger the katana right after, and we're going to knock him on the villain face. How cool is that? What a cool hero. This kind of like protection thing, so awesome. So he's gonna go ahead and initiate an attack. So you can get 2 boost cards. We're gonna exhaust to defend here for sure. But also like we have the when an enemy initiates here, so we're gonna just play. Yeah, I'm not really sure what cards I'd use. Maybe like Army of One and like this for Powerful Punch. When an enemy initiates an attack, deal 4 damage to that enemy. So we'll deal 4 to him. And I'm not sure when Powerful Punch resolves. I think it's after the defense. So I think we resolve the attack here. So let's see. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. So we actually ended up taking 3 there. But we retaliate from 1. And then, you know, we have an attack and defense, which heals me back up to 6. And then also removes the threat from the scheme. And then we could proc our Katana after we play an event. Exhaust the Katana, deal damage to an enemy equal to the printed cost. Powerful Punch costs 2. Deal 2. Gains piercing. And boom. That was Klaw. Absolute masterclass. Wow. That in harm's way stuff is nothing to scoff at. This is also a hero with just 2 you know, printed defense, and this choreography really makes it sing. Wow, very, very strong showing from Echo here. I think that was even faster than Daredevil, which is crazy. What do you guys think of Echo? What do you guys think of the new heroes? I hope I kind of gave a bit of a primer on what you should be looking for, what you should be doing with the precons. If I got anything egregiously wrong, again, I'm reading these for the first time. First 2 games on the heroes, just trying to learn how they play, how they function. If I got anything wrong, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. That's about it for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Super excited for Fear No Evil and all the heroes coming this wave. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Goodbye.